Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We are live right now. So, let's get straight into it. So, first of all, we have a Mac Mini here. So, we're just going to go over a little bit about the specs that we're running on both the computer that's running this as well as how we are streaming. So, first of all, let me give a big shout out to this poor old Mac Mini here. This is a 2012 Mac Mini running macOS Monterey. It has got an Intel Core i5 4th generation processor with 1210 gigabytes of RAM. So this is what's running our computer right now, as well as the computer that we are using to stream is a 2018 MacBook Pro with a 8th generation processor. So that is just a little setup that we have right now. So what we have going on here is, for the longest time, I have wanted to do virtualization, but have never been able to actually do it until I found out about a program called UTM. And what that is it is a virtualization software that basically allows you to run any operating system that you want. And I mean any. So what we're going to do today is, right now I'm running a modified version of Windows 10 here. So we're going to just go into System here and see that we don't actually have a processor. So this is just a standard old virtualized processor. It is 64-bit though, as well as we are running Windows 10 Pro 22H2. And the PC name is Revision PC. So, what is this operating system? This is called ReviOS or Revision OS. It's supposed to be a very lightweight operating system, meant for like gaming as well as just being very lightweight. So if I open up the Start menu, you'll see that it's just working, that there's not much on here. So before we go into just basically what we can do, we're just going to open up the revision tool here. Now, keep in mind this is not a OS review. This is more of a what can the Mac Mini actually do. So for stuff like this is just a big way to actually just change the operating system. So let's say I go into light mode here. On the operating system, it changes it all to light. We can also do system or just dark. We also have experimental tweaks. So let's say we were to turn that on. I can do it on changing the theme with Windows, or automatically. So let's go out of here. We're gonna try something new. So this is actually working pretty well. It's not the fastest computer, but it isn't the slowest. So it does take a while to like start up and shut down, but we'll see. So I'm just going to head over to the desktop so that I can grab the actual virtualization software. So we're just going to close out of this and drag this on over. So what I can do here is I can just hit plus, and I can either do virtualize or emulate. But there's a button down here saying download prebuilds, so I'm going to click on that. Alright, so I have a bunch of options that I can go through, but the one that I'm interested in, because we are running Mac OS here, is going to Mac OS 9. So we're just going to download this. Give it a second. There we go. It's already downloaded. So now what I can do is just go back in and just open a new virtual machine. So it's in downloads, macOS 9.2.1.UTM. We're just going to open it. So this is based off of the PowerPC architecture, so we're just going to hit play. So we are loading up macOS 9.2 right now. Now this will be a little bit slower only because it's not actually running an Intel-based processor. So it's running a PowerPC processor. Whether that is a G3 or a G4, we will find out. Alright, so here we are in macOS 9. My cursor isn't working. So we're just going to go over here and click capture. There we go. So now I actually have mouse and keyboard. So we're just going to hit US. And we're just going to put in YouTube video for our company. That is actually the correct time. And we're just gonna pick our city. So we are in Chicago. And we're just gonna do a basic password. We're not gonna do a shared folder. And there we go. And so now we are just setting up our network. I've picked LAN because that's what we were running. And we're just gonna say no. Right. We're just gonna, after this is done, we're just gonna go to browse the internet. There we go. We are all done now. So, let's take a look around macOS 9. So the thing that we can do is we're going to go into sounds. And what we are going to do is go into output. We already have that. So I'm just going to go back into control panel and we can try to get our sounds to work. I'm not too familiar with macOS 9, that's why I'm actually having trouble finding this. There we go. So I can do a lot of stuff here. I can change like the theme, the appearance of the computer. So if I can do appearance, I can do Apple Platinum with some colors, change the fonts, the desktop background, but we want sounds. So take a listen to this. So those sounds are very nice to the people who actually grew up with macOS 9. And let's just take a second to just play through these sounds.
Uh-oh.
So these are some really nice sounds. I'm just gonna go over to Macros Monterey and just play those sounds as well. So sounds really have changed since macOS 9. So I'm going to do one thing before we shut this down. So we're just going to go back into control panels. We can just double click it if I don't know what I want to find. And we get those really nice sounds. I feel like I grew up like when I was in elementary school with like macOS 9 and it was like the best. So also I didn't know how to use it because I was what, 3 years old, 4 years old. So we're gonna go into multiple users here. So macOS 9 actually supported multiple users. So here I am the whistle. What I can do is I can give like a welcome message. I can also do like voice verification as an alternate password. If user is idle for let's say 1 minute, not 11, you can just lock the screen. You can also say welcome to the test experience. And if I go into other things like that, we might be able to change that picture. So now I can just change my wallpaper, or my icon. So we're gonna do this one. There we go. Now I'm just gonna do a new user. I'm gonna do just a limited user. No, we're gonna do a normal. But they can manage user accounts. So I'm just gonna call this one macOS 9. There we go. Put that as the password. There's no way to actually like hit save or anything, so that's just how you did it. You just closed. So now I can go special. That's the thing, we gotta figure out how to log out. So when I tell you I've not used macOS 9 in years, I've not used macOS 9 in years. There's got to be a better way than this, but we're just going to hit restart. Alright, now it should be trying to restart now.
inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my way in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities.
Alright, so we are now back in macOS 9, and we are going to try to get out of this account. Right, so here we are. There we go. So, let's see here. I wonder if it just like reset itself. So, let's see here. So, okay, so there we go. So we're gonna turn it on. Go to there, special. There we go. Log out. I just had to turn it on so it would actually be able to. Alright, so I'm able to directly change my password from here or in here. So let's try to log back into the Logan account. So we're just going to say login. There we go. You gotta love that sound. So we're gonna. This was before right-click worked, so we are going to go back into appearances. And we're gonna go into desktop. So these are all of the backgrounds that we have. They're not the greatest, but for 1998, you can't complain. There we go, set desktop. So now we just changed our wallpaper. Now I can also go into here. And it just shows that we have macOS 9.2, half a gig of RAM, and then just the hard drive. I'm pretty sure if I hold Option, yep, I do get about the Finder with that hidden Easter egg. But unfortunately, it doesn't show me like the processor in it, in that information. Alright, so we are back. Sorry about that. So, UTM is very nice. It allows